Today we're going to be looking at the Mcfarlane Multiverse Clayface. I've been excited for this figure just because I really like Clayface as a character. I like them in the Arkham games, the Lego games, the Batman animated series, the Batman animated series. You know what I'm talking about? The one that came out in like 2004. So yeah, we have Clayface. Pretty big figure. I just move the camera way back than usual. Let's take a look at the back of the box. Back of the box, we have this pretty cool look of the figure with glow up eyes. I know the figure doesn't do that, but this looks pretty neat. Looks like they put the figure in water. So yeah, apart from that, on the side you just get Clayface in big old letters. Other side, nothing. But yeah, apart from that, let's open the figure, take a look at it, be right back. So right here, we have the figure all out of the box. We do get a card, the stand, as always. Card, pretty much the same picture as the one in the back. Reading, if anyone's interested in that, here it is. Figure right here, he is pretty tall. Let's see how tall. I'll go right here. This figure stands to his head, a little bit over 7.5 inches. To his top spike right there, 8 3/4 inches. And centimeters, as if anyone's interested in that. Well, it kind of doesn't quite go, but give or take 18 to 19 centimeters to his head. Then to his top spike, about 21 to 21.5, in case anyone needs those measurements. This figure, I messed with it a little bit right now. Why does he look so wet? Ew. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but oh, that actually, yeah, it's on there. His bottom lip looks super wet for some reason. I'm assuming that was on purpose because it looks like saliva, but I don't know if this guy produces saliva, so that's interesting. It's very much on there. It's not a liquid, it's glossy. It's like the inside of his mouth. There we go. Spoiler alert. We'll get through when we get there. Look wise, the figure looks great. You have some faces, what is that? Skull, some eyes, another skull. Very nice colors, more faces all around. He is very poopy color, as a lot of people have said. On the back looks great. A lot of faces back here, a hand, a face on his elbow, another hand. I don't know if you can see that one. There we go. But yeah, overall sculpt, paint looks great. I cannot complain. Move on to the articulation. Let me set him up. We'll be right back. So yeah, this figure is a bit hard to articulate and a bit hard to stand because he is very top heavy. So start with the top, the head. It doesn't seem to move. Okay, so it turns, but then it kind of turns back. Oh, you can get it stuck. Okay, there we go. You can do something like that. That looks pretty scary. I think you can get something out of that. Doesn't seem to move up and down. No up and down as I can tell. Mouth, he does have a jaw articulation. Inside of the mouth looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Very interesting. Teeth are painted nicely. Gums are painted nicely. Well, this figure is painted very nicely. Sculpted it great as well. But yeah, mouth, jaw articulation right there. Closes all the way. Well, pretty much all the way. Opens all the way down to his torso. Here it is, and here it is close. I thought it would look weird, but they actually did that very well. Yeah, actually, this whole thing is glossy. I wonder if it's just the bottom jaw. It's made out of a different plastic. Interesting. So yeah, jaw articulation right there. On the arms, shoulders, they move up and down. You can get something out of there. So for this one, they go up about 90 degrees, but it seems they kind of flop down. So you can get it up, but it'll come back down. So not best case scenario, but it's there. Up, it goes up about right there. Sorry, let me move the camera, you can't quite see. Goes up about right there, and it gets stuck. It hits, you can take it out, continue moving all the way around. Just be aware, it does hit at the top. For the other arm, just so interested to see if it's the same on both sides because he's so sculpted differently. He's not very even. About the same. This one you seem to have to take it out a bit more for it to be able to turn all the way around, but it's there. Shoulders go down about right there. So yeah, no cut at the elbow, not elbow, shoulder, no shoulder cut. Bicep cut, nothing there. Elbows, let's see. Oh, he's hard. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So that's the elbow bent, and that's the elbow straight. So not a lot, basically none at all. So I wouldn't really count that, but you know it's there if you wanted to get that out of it. Torso wise, I don't know exactly what's going on here. I think, okay, so this is all one part. It's two separate molded parts, but they move together. So he gets a pretty good amount, actually. Yeah. Left, right, forward we get. This is made out of soft plastic, so I don't think it's supposed to hinder, but it does. So here he is straight, here he is forward. Let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much as far as it goes. Back, so this part goes over this plastic, so it doesn't allow it to move because this gets in the way. So maybe if that was in the way, maybe he'd get more range, but he gets nothing back really. He just kind of stands straight. But how often have you seen Clayface be a very agile character? Okay, now he's not gonna stand, so we'll just keep going. Legs, move forward. Wow, let me move it on. Wow, look at that. I take back what I just said about him not being very whatever. I don't even remember what I said. He just blew my mind. That's crazy. But yeah, that moves forward a crazy amount. Back, same thing. Wow. Look at that. Very interesting. If you want to act like he's coming out of the wall or something, you can do that because he's just so flexible. I don't know what's going on up here. Seems to get stuck under. So just be careful with that. Whoa. Sorry. Knees go about, not a lot. They move back a little bit, tiny amount. Same thing like the elbows, just a small amount. Here they are straight. Here it is bent. That's about it. So knees and elbows, not the best articulation. And apart from that, that's all the articulation it comes with. So pretty much okay for the hip, great for the jaw. Shoulders, good. Elbows, not so much. Oh, I forgot. His wrist. Ooh, that's really sharp. Oh my god. I can't seem to bend this. Okay. So there's probably a bent there, which I'm kind of scared of doing because I know this is an older figure. All the Mcfarlane figures don't have the best reputation, so I'm not gonna try that. But it does seem to have a hinge in there. So yeah, overall, he looks great. Post up. Let me see if I can get him at a post. Let me see. I'll try my hardest and we'll be right back. So this is about as good as I was able to get. Something I did realize was the head moves this way, great, but it doesn't move the other way because it hits on this part of plastic. Oh, never mind. There it goes. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So you can't have that upside down. Look at that. Use a clay monster, so you could have that as an option if you want it. So yeah, I can go all the way around, but it doesn't seem to have an up and down. But yeah, it's about the most interesting pose I could think of. Apart from that, I think the figure looks great. Honestly, it's like Sandman. Like, you can't have a crazy good Sandman just because those characters aren't made to be solid things. But for what it is, because honestly for me, all I'm going to use it for is my display. I have all my figures displayed together. He'll probably be in the back. So for what I am going to use it for, I think he's going to work out just as a back character since he's a big figure. Overall, I think he looks great. That's kind of what I wanted him, just to look great. If you want an articulated figure, a figure you can play with, I wouldn't recommend it. But something that just stand there or as a background object, I think he looks great. So let's move on to some comparisons now. So starting off, I did want to compare him to another Batman Mega Fig, Bane. This one is from the 2-pack that came with Nightfall Batman. I did repaint it. Just because this is one of the newer Mega Figs that we've gotten. This is an older one, but I know these did come out around the same time. But here it is. If anyone wanted to see that. Bane is still a little taller, but I think you do get a lot more plastic out of this. More articulation, more plastic. Whichever one you may value more. Here they are. A little speck of dust or something. Okay, more figures to compare. So, something most people would want to see. Here we have Batman. Custom Batman, as we know. But he is mostly Nightfall Batman. So if you were curious about how that looks next to this Clayface, here's that. I'd say that's a good height. I don't think Clayface needs to be absolutely huge like he was in the Arkham games. So I think this works out in comparison to each other. So I could think of a lot of other figures. I have a lot of villains that I could show, but I think the main one anyone would want to see would be Batman. So I don't want to waste y'all's time. So I was posing him just to end the video. Did find out that although he comes with open hands, he can hold Batman, but he can't. Oh, now he's not holding him. Well, either way, he can't hold him because the shoulder is not strong enough to carry the weight of a figure. So he can do this, but if you want to hold him up in the air, you might need to stand. Apart from that, I'm gonna move Batman out of the way. Like I said, this is not a figure that you can. It's not gonna be the most articulated figure. Can't exactly have the most fun, especially because he is a little spiky in some areas. Does hurt. More of a statue-esque. So if you can find some sort of Clayface statue somewhere out there, this is about the same. Only thing would be if you like this design, you can get some poses out of him, some pictures here or there, but like I said, nothing crazy. So I would say looks-wise, he looks great. Articulation, not the best. So if you want him for a looking figure, something in the background, like I said, buy it. If you don't, or if you can find it on sale, like he is on BBTS right now for I think $25, something like that. Maybe, just depends if it's worth the value to you. Apart from that, I give it a thumbs up. I like it. Apart from that, hope you guys have a good day. and I'll see you guys whenever I see you.